Welcome back to DAGryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave. This weekend was the Allentown First Frost train show. I'd probably say this about every train show, but this was an amazing train show. If you've never been to this one, it's a good one to go to. It is quite a large show, has plenty of stuff to look at, lots of everything that most of us are looking for, at least in the O-gauge world. I know there are other gauges there, but honestly, I don't really look. This show is always a good one to hang out with friends and meet some of you guys out there. Always nice to stop and chat with people for a while. And this weekend was fantastic. I was there on Saturday, hung out with my buddy Sean from Sean's Train Depot, Dell Hudson, and David from DB Tech. It was, I'd say, absolutely packed first thing when I got there, which was just shortly after opening, about 9:15, and probably thinned out closer to 11:30 or 12. There were a lot of people. Now, as far as my goals for the show, I was half-heartedly committed to my $30 train show. I didn't go with a lot of cash because that's, well, just the easiest way to limit spending. But there were a couple of things I was hoping to find. Part of me wanted to really find something TMCC controlled that I would enjoy adding to the collection. I'm not sure how I thought I would do that, considering I only had like 80 bucks in my pocket, but you never know. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sure plenty of people took credit cards. I did see one person post a sign that they took PayPal and Venmo, and really, I mean, it would be dangerous, but I think all the sellers should take PayPal and or Venmo. I mean, why not? It eliminates the confusion of cash, and things are, done quickly and taken care of, and you don't have to worry about having the exact amount of money in your pocket. Like most shows, I'm overwhelmed by the sheer amount of trains in one location, and it's really hard for me to visually scan for what I'm looking for. But as we were walking around, Sean luckily had his eyes open and found this. And that would be a Power Master for my newly acquired TMCC setup. It was marked 50. I offered him 40. He took it. So as soon as I have a connector to hook in there, which hopefully should be tomorrow, I'll get that connected. First, I'll probably just put it on the outer loop. It's just easier to try things, on a loop that I can get to without reaching over things. But after that, maybe I'll put it up on the upper loop. That way I can run a TMCC engine on each of the main loops, and then a conventional with this up on the upper loop. So as soon as I found that and spent 40 bucks, I had already blown the $30 train show challenge. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a fantastic reason to do it. Since I had found that, I really wasn't looking for anything else. Always, you see something, you want to go home with something, but there was nothing I was thinking I needed. Quite a while back at a show, I had picked up this 250, I believe out of a junk box for a couple dollars. And it might have been a $5 engine. I don't really recall. It's not perfect. One of the markers is broken off. But I cleaned it up, serviced it, and it runs quite well. Being that it's got the orange stripe, it just doesn't look right without the appropriate tender. My buddy Dell Hudson found this for $5. So now, for $10 and a little bit of work, I've got the engine and the tender. And I think I'll get some use out of it. That's also been sitting in a box for quite some time, so I have no idea if it works, so I might need to try that out. One seller that I've gotten a few good items from, and always try to stop by his booth, is James at JR Trains. As you can see, I have his card in one of my billboard frames. He always has a pretty good variety of stuff, and I think I can find something on his table without fail every time. This time it was this Scale Frisco boxcar. Now, I'm not a huge fan of white boxcars because, let's be honest, a white boxcar is not going to last as a white car for long. But this has some really nice details on it. The graphics are really nicely done. Separate grab-ons there. The ladders are separate. It's got die-cast trucks, and it's a K-line car. 15 bucks. I thought that was pretty good. It looks pretty much brand new. I just think for the money, that is a really nicely detailed car. And then for $1, picked up a vehicle. Sure, it's missing a headlight, but who isn't, I'll put something on there, or I'll cut the other one off, whatever. It will be a good background piece to have. And then to add some color to my coal dregs, I picked up this hopper, which I want to say Peabody, but being that I lived in Massachusetts for a year, it makes me want to say Peabody. But either way, it is a pretty cool, bright, fun-looking car. And that's a Lionel piece from 1993. Comes with a coal load and the separate doors that I have to install on the bottom. I'll install those doors and put it into service. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on DAGryffyn Hobby.